Thanks so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule for MEB.
That's all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. Like you, crazy, trying to do too many projects at once, but that's what makes us happy, isn't it?
I love your background. Background looks lovely.
Oh, thank you. Like, for those of you who don't know Jasmine Knight, I'm going to read a tiny clip from her website biography. And it's Jasmine Knight is an artist, singer, songwriter and creative from South London.
Her high-end career has seen her collaborate with some of the biggest players in dance music, with her record Move reaching #1 in the Beatport charts and hitting more than 12 million views on TikTok.
Fantastic. So, yes, Jasmine, people have heard your music.
Yes.
What genres are your songs and tracks?
So I mainly do dance music, with a focus on drum and bass and house music, but with all the, but you know, like with everything in between, all the subgenres of that. So, you know, it's like drum and bass, house, tech house, vocal house, psytrance, all that good stuff.
Perfect, brilliant. And how did it all start? How did it all begin, Jasmine Knight?
How did you get into doing all your top lines, getting into the music industry?
But I got into the music industry because I just always had a passion for music. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I always wrote poems. I always knew that I wanted to sing, but I didn't have the confidence at the time. And you know, I just didn't get on very well in school, and I just ended up just saying, forget what I'm supposed to do, what's the right way, I'm going to do music. And I just went to college, university, and then and then I just started writing music and connecting with people and working with lots of different producers, and then it all just kind of kept rolling on from there.
Brilliant. So did you do music at college?
Yeah, so I did like a B.Tech thing in college, and then I went on to do a higher national diploma in performance. And then, but at the time, I was kind of performing around the country anyway, so I thought, what is the point in this? And and it's like in there they kind of only favoured, like the typical looking singer at the time, like the cute little blonde girl. They weren't really paid much attention to anyone that was a bit unique. So I was just like, forget this. So I went to uni and I did a business course in music. So I did events management, music and media management.
Wow, well done.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I did music technology at uni too, so that was good fun. I was the only girl on my course.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Well, back then, I don't know when you did your course, but back then it was pretty much all boys.
Yeah.
Apart from the performance class, the course that I did, that was pretty much all girls. But the music tech side and sound engineering and theory and all that stuff, yeah, it was all blokes.
Guys, but they were lovely, so it was all right.
Yeah, not complaining either.
Yeah, but well done to us, girl power, for going and doing that. What other things? Oh, well, no.
What's your latest release?
Have you had anything quite recently, or was it from last year?
Oh, yeah, I think my latest release is, oh God, there's so many.
Oh no, I was trying to work it out because it's like a million. Oh, amazing.
Oh my God, I think the latest release is with Tom Brownlow, Walk the Other Way.
If you don't like the truth, please walk the other way. Walk the other way. I'm living life the way I want.
The other way, but there has been a few other releases. There's been a trance release with DJ TH with a Nick the Kid remix, I think, yeah.
You've done so many tracks that you just can't keep up with them all.
Well, I'm going to go away and listen to these. I'm going to play loads of your tracks after this, by the way, on my
Oh, thank you so much.
It's going to be Jasmine Knight. It's all about you. What are the things that you find hardest being an independent female artist?
Being an independent female artist, I guess the hardest thing is, I guess, just wearing so many different business hats. You know, being independent. You know, you've got to be like a social media expert. You've got to negotiate deals. You've got to connect with people. You've got to keep the relationships there, keep them strong. And so that can be a bit tough, but I mean, you learn to love it, and it becomes part of the job. So yeah, you just learn to love it, but that could be quite tricky sometimes, because sometimes you're just like, oh, can someone do it for me?
Yeah, you can't just do music, you can't just do singing and all the fun creative bits. You've got to be your own manager, you've got to do your own PR.
Yeah, no, that's it. You're completely right. You've got to think of campaigns, you know, and then especially with publishing, sorting out the publishing, you've got to, you know, find all these codes, and it's great, but it does sometimes you do like, I don't want to do it. It's the admin side of it.
Yeah, it's the boring bits, but actually sometimes it can be a bit fun once you get used to it, because you know it's helping towards the bigger picture.
That's it. It's like it's painful in the beginning, but once you start getting with the flow, you're like, all right, fine, I'll do it.
I don't like do all the creative stuff. I absolutely can't stop myself from doing that.
Yeah, 100%. Me too.
So what would your advice be to emerging artists?
Ooh. My advice would be to stay consistent, stay passionate, and just be yourself. I know I come across people quite a lot. They're like, oh, I want to be like this, I want to sound like this, and I want to do this, I want to do what that person's doing. And I just think, just do what feels right for you, and don't like I always say, you can be inspired, but don't copy.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of thing that I, you know, because I'm inspired by so many people, but I won't copy exactly what they do. I will interpret it in my way. But I do hear a lot of people, or sometimes producers just send me tracks, and it's like, I want it exactly like this, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to do your own thing. So you're a top liner. For people who don't know what a top liner is, it's when you write the melody and the lyrics to a track that's already been made by a producer. They've made the backing track and sent it to you. And so if you're a singer and you want to get into doing top liners for producers, how would they go about doing that?
Oh, I think top line is specifically used in like dance music, but I mean, obviously, everyone says like this means that and that means that. Like everything changes for everyone. But if someone wanted to be a top line writer, I guess they would just either go to a studio and get some tracks made that they want to sing to, or find a producer that they want to work with, and you know, say that you'll write on their track for them and see how it goes. It's just about just getting started and meeting the right people.
Yeah, it's about getting your stuff out there so people can hear you and networking.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I always people. Someone said to me the other day, "Oh my God, where do I start? I've got to do this marketing and that marketing." I'm like, forget about that. Just get in the studio. Just start writing. You know, because sometimes you get in the studio, you hear yourself back, you might be like, oh my God, is that what I sound like? And there's so much crafting and developing that you've got to do for yourself. I know back in the day, someone else would probably develop you and tell you where you're going wrong or whatever. But now you've got to be like that for yourself. You've got to be able to self-criticise. But what's that word? Positive, constructive criticism.
That's it. Well done. Safety.
Yeah, you've got to be able to do that for yourself. So like, just don't worry about all the business side of things. Just get the music down and make sure you're happy with it and you like it and you're sure it's the best. And then you know, and then you start thinking of that. But just get in the studio and write and find someone you want to work with, or find a producer who'll make tracks for you.
Did you work for a dance label doing A&R and things?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would your advice be for brand new DJs and artists who are trying to get booked for clubs and shows, and how do you think they would go about doing that?
I think the main thing is to just like, you know, build your audience, have a presence online, and contact promoters and say, look, this is me. Send them videos. Say, look, this is me. I can liven up your party or whatever it is. And you know, because promoters are looking for someone who's already got a following because they want to sell tickets.
Yeah.
So most of them aren't really bothered about, you know, new artists coming through, which I don't think that's right. Obviously, I know back in the day everything was about finding the new talent, being the first one, you know, to find this person. But now it's all about just, well, not now, but I guess it has always been about selling tickets. So you've got to sell yourself. That's the other business hat. You've got to sell yourself, create videos, build your online presence, and just contact people and just say, look, you know, can I come and do a slot for free for half an hour or something? Or,
Yeah.
you know, it's all for a favour in the beginning. And, you know, if you just want to get your name out there, then just be like, let me come on and see what they say, because you might come across someone who's like, yeah, go on then, let's do it.
Yeah, that's so true.
Right, what are your music goals for the future, and
What
what?
plan, let's say, for 2023 and 2024?
My plan is to continue to keep working with amazing producers, keep writing more songs, and I'm getting my way into the sync world, so music and TV and film. This is what I would love. I'd love to work with a film production company and have them come to me with like a brief and be like, we've got this scene, we want you to write something, you know. It's just, you know,
That's excellent. So, but what would they do the music? Are you a producer as well? Do you do the music, or do you just need singing?
No, I wouldn't. I used to produce, but there's so many people that are better than me, and I just couldn't get it. So
I'm like that too. I can do the basics, but then I just get completely frustrated because I know how I want it to sound, and it never sounds like it. It's really annoying.
exactly. And then obviously you could co-produce. You could start like the skeleton and then send it to someone else, but then by the time they've finished with it, it's theirs. Just like, okay, you just produce. But what was going to say? Yeah, no, I would just write. I've got a producer that I would work with, or a few producers that I'll work with. It'd be like a little team thing, because obviously more minds work better together. So I'd find someone who I could work with, and I'll write the music, and I will be the co-producer. Press that button. Make it sound like that.
Wow, that's so exciting! So I'll keep an eye out, an ear out on Netflix to see if I can.
Oh,
Okay, that's a really exciting sort of venture. When are your next gigs? When are you next performing live? And I want to come and see you. I'm really the last one was in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Banbury, and I was like, oh,
you're in Banbury?
yeah. So I
Oh.
missed that one. I could have easily gone to that one, but I didn't realise the time. So
It was a
when
really
you're-
good event. Sorry, not to pee you off or anything, but it was really good. But that day actually, I performed 3 times.
Oh, it was that one I saw on your Instagram.
Yeah, because I did Raver Tots twice and then Moon Dance. It was all in the same venue as well, so it was a long, long day.
Oh, you must have been shattered.
Happy but shattered.
Happy but shattered, yeah.
So coming up, are you going to do any festivals?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can say this. I'll have to double check before you hear this, but I'm going to be doing Glastonbury with Dope Ammo and Clue on the 23rd of June. Yeah.
So cool. I won't be able to come to that one because I won't be able to get tickets. Oh, I get Glastonbury tickets. They're always sold out.
And I think they sell out instantly, don't they? Pretty much instantly. But then we've got another Moon Dance tour I think that's in July. That's going to be in Oxford. So yes, yeah. I think it's going to be the Billingdon.
No, I know Brisbane. Oh wow!
Yeah,
I just wanted that one.
Yeah, I like that venue. It's cool.
That is really cool. They do very nice cocktails there. Oh, this is a question for me actually, because I need to start doing some live singing as well, and I haven't done it for so long. And I was just wondering, when you're doing it live, do you use inner ear things, and also do you just sing to a backing track, or do you have like more vocals on the track that you just sing with and that kind of stuff? I'm trying to work out the best.
Yeah, when it comes to the piece of the ear, I don't actually hear anything in my ear. And actually, it's so funny because someone said that to me the other day. Someone was like, "How do you do this without an earpiece?" And I don't know. I've just done it like that for years. Because like the dance music venues, or not venues, but just dance music. They don't massively cater for singers, unless obviously you're on like the big stages. So there's not many sound checks or anything. So you just kind of got to go in and just do it.
But so you can hear yourself okay then? Because that's my biggest fear, not being able to hear myself and then singing out of tune.
No, you'll be able to hear it. You'll have the PA system. You'll have the monitors in front. You'll be able to hear yourself if it's a good setup.
Yeah.
So good luck with that. If you do start singing live, just make sure you just speak to the owner of the venue and just be like, "Look, can I just come in for a quick sound check?"
Oh yeah, that's true.
In terms of what you sing to, I'll always have the harmonies on the backing track. And there will be sometimes I just sing just with no vocal in the background, and sometimes there is vocals. It's dance music; it makes it sound a lot better, especially if we don't have the equipment to be able to put the effects on my voice that have been used in the backing track. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I could. If we all bring the keyboards and everything and get everything in and use the effects that are on my voice, then it's fine. But sometimes I just put the backing track a little bit lower. But just because the backing track's there doesn't mean you can not sing.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. Okay. No, that's cheating.
Just put it very, 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 very low.
Yeah. No, I've done that before, and that works.
Until you've got like a really good sound set up and you get a good chance to practice, then you don't really need anything. But in a lot of these sound systems, not the best for singers. It's mainly for DJs, really, isn't it? So no one's thinking of the singer. So we just have to hope for the best.
Right. What do you prefer doing? Do you love doing the live stuff, or do you love being in the studio, or just everything?
No, I love both. I really love being in the studio and recording, because that's where I can I'm at home, I've written the tracks, and now I can just really express myself in the studio. So that's what I really love. I love performing, but I'm not massively keen on the late nights anymore. Because, back in the day, fine, I could stay up all night long, no problem. But as I've got older and I'm caring more about my mental health and things like that, I would staying up till like 2-3 in the morning is a bit painful. I'll do it, no problem.
Yeah.
But
I get that. Sleep.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, fine, I'll do it.
I saw on your website that you do
mentoring for singers.
That's really interesting.
Yay.
Tell us more about that.
So I know what it was like, when I was first getting into the music industry. I didn't really have anyone to look up to, speak to, someone who could understand me or relate to what I was going through. Plus, I don't think there was much going on the internet. It was all quite fairly new, so I just wanted to create something for, up and coming singers or established singers to be able to just express how they're feeling and not be so worried about, is it structured right? Is it going to sound right? I just want people to just be themselves, channel what they're going through at the time, and just have a nice space to be completely honest with themselves and try and relay that into music, and I think a lot of things come across as though everything's perfect and everything's just done perfectly, just like that. But when you're a songwriter and you're writing from experience and not just, not just because you can write songs, when you write from experience, it's different level of emotional depth that you're reaching, and sometimes it can be a bit scary if you're not fully aware of your emotions or how you're feeling or what you're feeling. Sometimes it can be a bit like, oh my god, like it can take you to a place, but you learn, you can snap into it and snap back out of it depending on what you're writing. So I just wanted to create a safe place for people to just, learn more about songwriting and, really diving deep into their soul, really, to get the best out of them and to them, understand things about the business that aren't always clear these days, because there's so many fake things around and everyone tries to make it out as if it's easy and, I can get you this many, followers in 10 minutes, or I can get you a hit record, or it's just a lot of bollocks, really. Sorry, I wanted to swear.
Right.
And I just think it confuses people, and I know the market is saturated now, with artists. Everyone wants to be an artist. It's cool because everyone can be an artist, and I just think it's taken away some of the real essence of being an artist. Everything's just like, I could do it now, I could do it, but not many people understanding that sometimes you do actually have to grow as a person to become the best artist. It's not all about, just, write a song, do a video, bang, 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 bosh it out, doesn't make sense, whatever. There's actually a lot of depth to it, to be, I think, anyway.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And people who are interested in this, it's your website is Jasmine Knight. Is it .co.uk?
JasmineKnightUK.com.
Oh, there you go. So go and have a look at all you singers out there. If you're interested in having a fantastic mentoring session or course with Jasmine Knight.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet.
My last question was...
Was it the last one already?
I know, I've whizzed
Wow.
through because I felt bad because I was like, I didn't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, let's just, after this last question, let's do something fun or silly, like silly fun questions.
Okay. So the last one is a little bit serious. It says, how do you cope with the highs and lows of the industry?
Ooh. How do I cope with the highs and lows? I don't know. I just go with it. I just don't. What are the highs and lows? I guess the lows are just, comparing yourself to everyone else, thinking, I haven't got this, I ain't got there yet, I ain't got that many views, I ain't got that many followers, or, I've got another no, or I didn't get this label or that label. And I've just learnt that, just because someone's said no, or, something's not worked out, it just wasn't right for me. It's as simple as that. If someone said no to me or whatever it is, it just wasn't meant for me. And there's no point getting sad about it, because there's clearly something else that's going to be more suited to me. And I think we all do it. We all get caught up in being comparing ourselves to others. And it's like, sometimes you sit back and you're like, actually, do I really want to be doing what that person's doing? You know what I mean? Or like, for example, that person's got loads of shows. And I'll be like, I want to do that many shows. And I sit back and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. I'd rather be in bed.
Yes, that's so true.
So when you just take a step back, you just
You think, yeah.
it's not for me. Do I really want to be doing that? No. You just learn. I guess you just get a different perspective once you've been in the industry for years. So I see a lot of people just in it for like 2 or 3 years, and they're like, they get really down and depressed. I'm like, whoa, you've been in it for barely a year. Just calm down and relax. Just enjoy the ride.
It is difficult when you first start. And also, I think it's really good to try and manage your expectations as well, and try not to have any expectations.
Yeah.
Lots of times in the industry, you know, say, "Oh, we're going to do this for you, this is going to happen."
Yeah.
It never happens. So you just got to be like very sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just got, yeah, you just got to call people out as well. I had that over the years as well. I want to do this and I want to do that, and you get really excited, and then like you never hear from them again. And you're like, oh. So I just learned to just call people out instantly. If someone says they're going to do something, okay, I'll be like, how, when.
Yes.
Like, just be honest now, because like most like I've had like management opportunities in the past, and it's like they couldn't really do anything for me that I couldn't do for myself. So it was like, okay, I know how this works now. Okay, who they're like, oh, I've got all these contacts. Okay, how do you know them? Where do you know them from? Why would they do this for you?
Yeah.
Just grill them. Because
I love that. That's cool. I need you to.
I mean, I can smell from a mile off these days, but I don't think I don't know. I can't. It was more happened when I first started, but yeah. But then coping with. Oh, for me, did we cover that? Yeah, coping with the highs as well. I mean, we just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, enjoy it, and just always remember all the things that you have achieved, all the visions that you have to achieve. Just having that vision to achieve something is amazing.
What's your favourite? What's your most proud achievement? Music.
Oh God, there's been so many over the years. You know, like from the very beginning. From like, cause I was a raver, so I always just look up at the stage and be like, oh, I want to make people feel how these MCs and DJs are making me feel, and then, you know, and then a couple of years, 3-4 years into my career, I'm on the stage with the people that I used to look up to or be obsessed over, and so, and now I'm working with people, you know, that I've just heard of for years. I don't know. There's been so many. I can't really name one, but I'm reckoning that probably Glastonbury is going to be quite a big one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited for you for that. That's so cool. I had the chance when I was younger to go to Glastonbury. I've never been. I just feel really big that I haven't been.
Oh.
Once, and I was a teenager. I was an idiot and decided I wasn't going to go because my boyfriend wasn't going.
Oh no, not one of them ones.
Idiot.
Don't worry, we've all done it. All made those sure my boyfriend's not doing it, so I'm not going to do it.
Girls, just don't do that, please. You are a star. Thank you so much. That was so cool.
No worries. Bye, darling. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye.